Hello, today we're going to talk about two-step equations. All right, a two-step equation is just a one-step equation done twice in the same problem. We do it the same way. First thing you do is you make your wall. All right, anything that goes over this wall, you have to do the opposite operation to get it across. So we put a box around our variable. You want to take away the furthest thing away from the variable first. So the 2 is attached with multiplication. I want to get rid of this negative 5 first. All right, if you want to do order of operations, you kind of go backwards from it. So how do I get rid of this negative 5? Well, I need to put it to the other side. To put it to the other side, I have to do the opposite of it. So if this is negative 5, what is the opposite of negative 5? Positive 5. So I add 5 here, and I put a positive 5 over there. This makes it cancel out because it'll give you 0, and you bring down your 2x. 9 plus 5 is 14. All right? Now, we put our box around our variable again. Our 5 is gone. Now all we have left is a coefficient, which is 2. What's being done here is multiplication. We have to do the opposite to get the 2 to the other side and leave the x all alone. So the opposite of multiplication is division. I'm going to divide this whole thing by 2, and I'm going to divide this by 2 to get that 2 to the other side. That cancels out. You have x left over. 14 divided by 2 is 7. And that's basically how you have to do it. You get rid of what's outside of your 2x first, or your variable first, which is the 5. But to get it across, you always have to do the opposite. A lot of times people will start getting this real good, start moving too fast, and they'll say that's minus 5 and give me 4 over here. That is not the correct answer. Take it slow, step by step, write it out. This is negative 5, all right, opposite is plus 5, plus 5. All right, we're going to do 2 more examples. All right, here's your second and third example. Here's one, all I did was switch the coefficient to a negative. The coefficient is the number in front of the variable. Switch this to positive. We do it the same way. Draw your wall. All right, put a box around your variable so you know what you're looking for. All right, I look outside first. So I get rid of this positive 4. But to move the positive 4 to the other side, I have to put its opposite over there. Put its opposite on both sides. So I subtract 4. It's plus 4, subtracting 4. Cancels it out, moves it to the other side. 13 minus 4 is 9. Bring this all down. All right? Not too difficult. So now, up front, I have negative 3. So now, the process being done here is multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. So I divide that negative 3 to get rid of it. And what I do to one side, I do to the other side. That gives me x left over. 9 divided by 3. I'm going to draw my little triangle out real quick. I have a negative and a positive. So I have a negative left, so my answer is negative 3. If I plug it back in, that shows that it's correct. All right, over here, I have a fraction. Uh-oh. Draw my line. Put my box around. All right. First thing I do is get rid of the furthest thing away from the x. Since these 2 are joined basically right next to each other, I get rid of the negative 4. How do I get rid of negative 4? I add 4. So now, the 4 is gone. It's gone to its home across the way. But how do I get rid of this negative 2/3 now? The same thing we did with one step. I take the reciprocal. The reciprocal of negative 2/3 is 3 over 2. All it is you take this fraction, flip it over. If you remember, keep, change, flip. If you want to see it all done out, negative times a negative gives you positive. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 over 6 is 1. So 1x, but you can get rid of the 1. Over here, I multiply this by negative 3 halves. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. 2 times 1 is 2. Alright? So I have negative 18 halves. I simplify that down because that's just division, and I get negative 9. If I plug that back in up there, it shows you that I'm correct. Alright? And that is how you do 2 more versions of two-step equations. Alright, this has been two-step equations. Basically just doing your one-step equations and just doing 2 different one-step equations in the same problem. That's why it's called two-step. So if you can do one-step equations, these shouldn't be too difficult for you. Don't overthink it. I hope this helped. Good luck.